So, what are y'all cooking for dinner tonight? Like, we were just not sure what we wanted, but I saw this recipe called a Philly cheesesteak sloppy joe. It's using ground beef instead of the kind of meat you would use with a Philly cheesesteak, but it sounds like it's going to be good. So let's make it. So we're going to want to have French fries with ours, and I like to make mine homemade like my mom did. I know sometimes it's kind of weird. Like the kids would probably prefer the crinkle cut because that's what kids like and stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and peel these potatoes. I've got some russets. I love the gold potatoes though, but I'm gonna peel these potatoes and then I'm gonna chop them up. So we're just cutting up these little potatoes here to make our little home French fries. They're kind of wedgy, but not like super thick. I'm just gonna make these regular, but a lot of times I like to use this stuff here. I love to make truffle garlic parmesan fries, and it's so good. You get it at Costco. But tonight we're just going to go basic. So I'm going to get these cut up and sit them to the side so we can start on the main dish. So we're going to use my husband grinds our own hamburger meat because when he doesn't, there's weird stuff in some of the ones at the store. I don't know, like simulation meat. But anyway, so we grind our own chuck, and so this is what this is. It's about a pound. We're going to put it in here and we're going to push it down. So always add a little salt and pepper because you really do need to season your meat. I worked at a Dairy Queen when my kids were young, and a woman came in really just angry because she said, why don't y'all just at least put salt and pepper? And you know what? I was like, that's right. Why don't we? But anyway, I do. So, and you should too. So we're going to get this going here. It's kind of like on a medium high, maybe to medium, depends on your little oven or your stove or cooktop or whatever. So anyway, we're going to let that go. So I almost forgot to put my best seasoning ever. Okay, so I get this from Central Market, and it's their Southern steak and burger spices. And it's got like garlic, paprika, and stuff like that in it. And it's just going to make things taste better. I know we're doing a Philly steak, but I mean, we want it to taste good. And it's also a spinoff of a Philly cheesesteak because it's a sloppy Joe Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to get these onions chopped up because we need finely diced onions to get over there in that pan real quick. And then we're going to need that green bell pepper. So if I was being wise, I would have already done this and I wouldn't be cooking as I go. But sometimes it be like that, right? So now we've got these bell peppers we're chopping up. I've already took the top off and the inside out. We're chopping these up. We're going to get these over there in that pan real quick. So we're getting the bell peppers in there. And so while that's getting in there and cooking and marrying together, we need to get this oil going so that we can fry them French fries. So let's go ahead and get that on high and take the lid off. And you can put a thermometer in there, but you can also just feel it and you just know. And so I'll tell you how I know. But because my mom fried a lot, and it's an art, it really is. And so we can fry it really well, but we can make mistakes too. I've done a lot of that. Anyway, so it's time to get these French fries in here. You got to be careful now because they've been sitting here and, a little moisture might have collected on them. And so they could get crazy. So pay attention. So as soon as I put my fries down, I go ahead and put some salt on a napkin and a plate so that when I lay them down, when I take them out, they'll lay on the salt and then I'll salt them on top too. So now that this is going pretty good, it's time to add 1 cup of broth. You can use broth that's liquid already, but I just put this cup and 1 cup of boiling water. And I've got that. That's just what I had on hand. I use a different one normally, but this is okay. Then we're going to go ahead and put this cornstarch in here. Probably should have blended it up in that broth, but it'll be fine. So that's 1 tablespoon. Let's get that. So this recipe, there was no directions. I just had to kind of figure out what they were doing. And so here we go. Hopefully we figured it out. Now, the last thing they wanted us to do is take 1/4 cup of A1 steak sauce and put it right in there. It's time to get those potatoes out, y'all. You could go a little darker, but I don't like them too dark. So I'm going to go with these guys like they are now. These are my papa made these, my mom made these, I made these. I taught my husband to make them. We all make them. I hope my kids are making them. I'm going to brush these buns with some butter, so maybe they'll be, extra good. I got some little torn buns up in here because this is from another meal. I made those TikTok grinders. This is the leftover buns. We're gonna put these in the oven for just a few minutes and let them get toasty. So here is the finished product on the fries. They're pretty tasty. It's still a little hot, but oh my God, so good. So we're gonna add a little mayonnaise. We're mayonnaise people. I know some people don't like mayonnaise on sandwiches like this, but we do. So I've got provolone cheese here. And I'm gonna put 2 slices, 1 on each side. And then we're gonna add our meat. And then I'm gonna slide these over into my air fryer because mine has a toast option. And I'm gonna melt this cheese real quick and then let you see the finished product. So we took it back out of the toaster oven. So you could toast the buns before or you could toast them after. You have to warm it back up though to get the cheese melt. So if you toast it the first time with the butter, you're gonna have to do it again. I like that way, but you do it your way. So let's see what it tastes like. It tastes Philly cheesesteaky, but like a sloppy Joe, but not tomato-y too. So it's got that sloppy Joe consistency, but with that cheesesteak taste, and it's a good bit cheaper than making a Philly cheesesteak if you really do it right. Hope you enjoy.